Hi, we are back with another episode, Just Saying Podcast. Hope you guys are doing good tonight. I know I am, a little beat. What's going on, Ant? You're muted.
Yep.
Sorry, I mute. Yeah, that was my bad. I muted you by accident.
I was texting you saying you muted my mic.
Yeah, I muted it by accident. I forget that it does it automatically.
And that was the first time that video actually played on my end.
Oh, good. That was good. Good. I tried something a little bit different and set it up so where hopefully it would have been, was going to work, but looks like it did. What's going on? How was your day today?
Long.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah, long day for me too. Yeah. Yeah.
Getting shit done.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing some manual labor the last couple of days, moving that big pile of dirt that I got in the front. Yeah, that big pile of dirt that I got to spread all that loom.
I don't know why your cheap ass didn't just go rent a machine and spread it.
You got to teach the kids hard labor sometimes, They helped me out. They've been putting some dirt into the bucket, hauling it over and stuff, Got to teach them
aren't they supposed to be in school?
It was after school.
Oh.
But what else is going on? You got the game on? You watching anything?
Watching a little bit of the football game, but going back and forth between that and the Yankees.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I don't get the football game on tonight.
It's a boring game.
It's one of the worst decisions that the NFL makes is when they put shitty games on a Thursday night. I mean, people will watch football, but for it to be the Giants and the friggin' Redskins, it's terrible.
Football team.
I got my wife going in and out of the door over here, making my ring go off on my phone and I have to mute it.
What the hell is she going in and out for?
I don't know what she's doing. Who knows? We're packing we got we're going away this weekend, so we're packing.
Where you going?
Well, we got a wedding in Maine to go to.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So should be her cousin.
Didn't even know she had a cousin in Maine. Motherfucker.
A lot of things you probably don't know.
Fucking Yankees, man.
It's too bad. It's too bad. So yeah, got a couple things to talk about tonight. Figured that we'll get a quick plug in here real quick. So, don't forget, go follow me on Twitter. I'm at the Real Ray Yergs. He's at Anthony Yergo. Should probably get your Twitter handle up there.
I don't post anything. So
yeah, we're gonna change that though. I told you. I told you we're gonna change that. We're gonna try and get you to stop posting stuff. You're not posting too much on Instagram either. It's like I'm doing all the legwork.
Well, I mean, it is your podcast. I'm just here. I'm just here to make things interesting.
Yeah, it definitely was interesting. I got to tell you, so the reel that I posted on Instagram, it's got some pretty good hits so far. I've gotten a lot of comments from it too, and a lot of people have watched it, mainly because of that clip.
And who commented?
So Sean actually texted me today. Said that Ben sent him the link to the show.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So, they're watching it. I actually told Sean to hopefully he can, come on the show. I'd love to have him on, talk a little bit about football, and I think it'd be a lot of fun with. I definitely think it would be a lot of fun with Sean and Ben.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna try and get them on. We're gonna try and get them on the show, which will be which should be interesting. He sent me an interview that he had on one of his podcasts a couple of months ago when he was coaching for some of the for listeners. Our cousins live in Ohio, and one of our cousins is has been a coach for multiple college football teams. He was on the 2014 Ohio State championship team. He was a coach on the Urban Meyer, so giving him a little bit of plugs there. But hopefully we can get him on. He's had a lot of success. He was a backup quarterback at Mountain Union, which is one of the top Division III schools. So go check him out. He's at Coach Fisher 8 at Coach Fisher 8. Give him a plug there. Go follow him. Check him out. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I was talking with him today, so hopefully we can get him on and be a lot of fun talking football with him.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So we got a couple of things that I want to hit upon. And then we're going to get into some uncomfortable conversation at the end of the show. So the title of this week's show is Uncomfortable. Yeah. We'll get into that later. But
I'll tell you what's really uncomfortable right now is I just got to give me 2 seconds. I got to step away. I got to kill this giant fucking spider.
Spider on the loose at the Yurgo compound in Rhode Island. Nothing else better than going live and getting a spider on the loose in the basement where he's recording. I can't believe I got to listen and look at this shitty ass background. When I come over to the house, I am definitely going to change that background. We're gonna get some other baseball memorabilia back there that's a little bit different than that Yankee shit you got in the back.
No, there's no Red Sox shit allowed down here. The only thing that's allowed down here is that piece of shit little model stadium of Fenway Park.
Hey, listen, I did get I forgot to say it the other day. I did get a sports background. See, did I mention that I put Xander Bogaerts back there?
No, you did not.
No, yeah, I got a pop figure. Got Xander Bogaerts in the background here. All right. That should complete my sports background for your friends for the sports podcast.
I mean, you're going to need a little more stuff than that.
Yeah, I'm going to get a sign that has maybe put it over here that says just saying and stuff, promote the podcast with the background and stuff. I'm going to change it up a bit. I got a couple ideas. Hopefully one day like this will make it big and I'll get a contract and we'll have a big show and a studio and everything like that. That'd be what I'd love to absolutely happen.
I mean, who wouldn't love that to happen? But it probably won't, unless you win the lottery or something, and then you buy your own studio.
So I appreciate you having the confidence in me. That's great. That's really nice that you have great confidence in your brother. So when this podcast does make it bigger, and we got to put in the work in order to make it happen. When it does happen, I will make sure that I remember. I will remember this part of the conversation, and I will make sure that you're looking from the sidelines and not being in the studio. And then I'll be rubbing all my money that I'm making in your face and everything like that.
You give me a
unless
paycheck,
you have confidence.
You give me a paycheck.
It's not always about a paycheck. Yeah, it's not always about a paycheck sometimes. Sometimes you got to put the legwork in order to do something successful.
Nothing comes for free.
Well, that might be true. Nothing is for free, but you have to start somewhere in order to make it somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I'll remember that. And it's good that you have so much confidence. It's good. I like your confidence.
My confidence.
Anyways, your confidence is never good. Anyways, so there's a few sports topics on the list that I want to go over. See what your thoughts are on this. I figured I'd just get this part out of the way because I'm not sure if you saw it. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I'm guessing you did. It's a topic that I
Depends
don't
on-
like discussing. Well, it's a topic I don't like discussing because I said it the other day. You're so far up his ass that I can't take talking about it. But nonetheless, did you see Tom Brady have some interviews this week and his comments?
I saw well, I didn't see it. I read it, I should say. What he said about all the rookie quarterbacks and how he'll soon be forgotten.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yep, that was one of them. Did you see the other one where he talked with Gronk today? Gronk, I think, does Gronk have a podcast or something?
He might. I mean, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
No, I did not see it.
Oh, so Gronk and Tom Brady, they're talking on the football field, right?
Yep.
And they're in a couple Adirondack channels. I'm looking at it right now. It was Tampa Bay tweeted out. There's a lifeguard sign. No, this was from today. Tommy and Gronky. There's a sign that says no lifeguard on duty. They have a little kiddie pool in front of them.
Yeah, they did that last year. I'm pretty sure that's last year's.
I don't think that was last year's video because Gronk was asking him if he.
Unless they did more this year, but.
Well, they could have.
I know they had that last year.
So they were talking about Gronk asked them how long does he think he can play?
I'm pretty sure that was last year. Because when they first went down to Tampa together and the beginning of the season, they sat around a pool and shit and they did Gronk and Brady time.
You were cutting in and out a little bit. But I got most of it. So anyways, if that was last year's, that's the first time I seen that video. That was the first time I seen that video, but it's fitting for the discussion because he says he thinks he can play until he's 50.
I mean, he stays healthy. I can't see why not. He's throwing the ball like he's 20. So,
and that's kind of what he said. He said that he still feels great and he feels like he can just kind of coast into retirement. But like 50, that's 6 more years, dude.
He wants to sign an extension with Tampa Bay.
Dude, that's 6 more years of him playing football. Like, why does he want to continue to play football?
I mean, when you're good at something, why not?
I kind of don't get it.
When you're good at something, why not?
I was talking with somebody at work today, and he asked the question if he wants to get 10 Super Bowl rings. And do you think that could be why he's still playing?
I mean, if he's going to go for 10, they better just stack that team every year and stack that offensive line.
Now, I want you to think about this.
Is it possible? It's only 3 away.
Well, anything's possible, okay? Anything's possible. But listen, I want you to think about this logic, okay? He's 44 years old, right?
Yep.
Right. He's 44 years old. He needs 3 Super Bowls. If he thinks he's going to play till 50, that means he has to win 3 out of 6 years. Well, I have to be realistic.
They got a solid chance of repeating this year. They got a solid chance of repeating.
They have yes, they're in it. They have a solid chance. But you got to be realistic at some point. I just don't think he's going to keep up with what he's doing.
He's throwing the ball better now. He's throwing the ball better now.
But one hit or one thing goes wrong, and then it's over for him. It's over.
He had that one hit. Pollard put on him back in what was that? 2006, 7.
Yeah.
When he tore the ligament in his knee. He came back from that. Everybody thought his career would be done after that.
Yeah, Anthony, he was 15 years younger at that point in his career. He's 44 years old. He's not going to heal and do the same thing he did 15, 16 years ago.
He's on that TB12 diet, man.
Yeah, I want that. I want to know if the FDA is looking into TB12. Is that FDA approved?
There's a lot of athletes that use it, so
There's some steroids going on in that TB12 or what?
I could be possible because I mean,
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
the guy doesn't age.
I'm just, yeah. Listen, six more years for somebody who's 44. If this was like, if he was 6 years younger, I probably would be a little bit more inclined to say, yeah, I think he gets 10 Super Bowls. You know, this is just a friend of mine's conversation that we had that he asked. Okay, so we're expanding it a little bit. Now he can play till he's 50. He by all means he can, but I don't think he's going to get 3 Super Bowls in that time span.
I mean,
It's
who's
a
to say he
completely
doesn't?
unrealistic goal, I think.
How's that unrealistic? If he can still play at a high level and they're putting people around him, who's to say he can't get 3 more Super Bowls?
Dude, that
more
is
in
a
span.
that is a lot of moving pieces you have to try and figure out putting around him for the next 6 years, man.
So how many years has he played? What? He's in his 23rd year, maybe?
What 20th season? He came in the league in
20th season?
2000, 2001, right?
2001, 20th season. All right. How many Super Bowls has he been to?
Yeah,
He's
no,
won
I get
7.
that. Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, I definitely totally get it. I totally get that. Yeah, I mean it's a good argument. It really is to be fair. It's a really good argument. I have to lean no. I can't see it. That's a lot for a 44 plus year old to start doing, especially when he gets to 45, 46, 47, 48.
Yeah, but you say the
I just
wrong thing to that guy. All it takes for him is for that retard Max Kellerman to go and say something, or
no. So Max Kellerman, so
somebody
he
else.
got fired from ESPN. So screw
Yeah.
him. He sucks. I've
So
never
some
been a
other
big fan of
idiot-
him.
Some other idiot will say he's all washed up in this, and he'll come out with a chip on his shoulder, and that's it.
It's not really so much of him is what I'm thinking. It's the rest of the team around him of how many moving pieces and moving parts you have to go and find in order to put that team around him for 6 years to win 3 Super Bowls.
Antonio Brown won't be there 6 more years. Gronk won't be there 6 more years. Although Gronk did say he wants to play as long as Brady plays.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, though. But you have to go find different pieces to fill those gaps with the same caliber type players or players that are going to be playmakers on both sides of the ball, not just the offensive side, the defensive side too.
Look at his time in New England. He didn't take aside Randy Moss. Who did he have to throw to all those years in New England?
So that's fair, but that's not Bruce Arians. That's the Patriots. This is the Buccaneers. That's not Bruce Arians' style of play. And if he's going to decide that he wants to change the style of play just so Tom Brady can play 6 more seasons, it's not going to. It's going to take him 2 seasons just to get used to doing something different. The rest of the players.
If Bruce Arians is saying, "Well, shit, I can get 3 more rings out of this guy, and I just got to put whatever around him, let him do his thing. He doesn't care who the hell's around him."
I don't know if it's the same. I don't think it's the same because I think Patriots and Bucks, 2 different style offenses. I just can't see. I can't see the Buccaneers making that type of transition to that short type of game that preserves Tom Brady. Yeah, I just think he caught fire last year. Listen, I think he caught fire last year. And they rode the wave to the Super Bowl. I really don't think that's going to happen 3 more times in 6 years. I really don't think it's going to happen. It's unrealistic. It's a great debate. It's a great question.
It could
if
happen.
Anybody was, if anybody could do it, it would be him.
Right.
But I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
I'm not ruling it out. As long as he's still playing, you can't rule it out.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can never rule it out.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but you can't rule it out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. Enough Tom Brady talk. I figured I'd give you a little bit of time, try and get you squeeze your head through his asshole a little bit more, come out of his ass a little bit. So, Ryder Cup starts next week. You're excited about that?
I am. I'll
Yeah.
be watching that.
I'm going to say this. You've seen who's on the team, right? You've seen most of the players.
Yep.
Yep. How much of a dysfunctional team is this team that they have on the course?
All they got to do is go out there and play.
Is show up. Yeah,
and
they'll be
show up.
professional.
I don't give a
They'll
shit.
go out there and show up.
I don't care if you put a bunch of misfits together. Just go out
Yeah,
there,
but
show up, and get points.
so do you think that this is part of the problem as to why that they've lost 7 out of the last 9 Ryder Cups? Because they continue to put this type of dysfunctional team on the course?
Could be.
I think it plays a factor. I mean, you got guys who just like Brooks hates Bryson, Cantlay hates Bryson, DJ hates Brooks, Bryson hates Cantlay. There's like a never-ending cycle of how many people hate each other on that team.
Just get rid of Bryson and everything will be fine.
I don't think Bryson. Well, the majority of the people are Bryson.
Because I hate Bryson.
Patrick, listen, Patrick Reed's not on the team, and everybody hates Patrick Reed.
True.
Yeah, but the dude shows up though. The dude plays well in the Ryder Cup or any type of tournament with that style. You know?
I mean, it'll be certainly fun to watch.
Listen, so I bring that up because, obviously it's exciting. It's back in the USA, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have big time USA chants. We're going to have red, white, and blue everywhere. It's going to be very patriotic. It's going to be great. I can feel what the atmosphere is going to be like.
They have to win. It's on our homeland. They have to win.
Yeah, and last time they won it when on our homeland. They that was 4 years ago, right?
Yep.
And they won it, and then they lost it in France 3 years ago, right? So
they did
I bring this up.
They did want to give Tiger an invite, not to play, obviously, but he was like, "Nah, I'm not ready to go there yet."
He's not even ready to go coach. He's still walking on crutches.
Yep, he declined it.
Yeah. Now he'll be fine just watching it on TV. Maybe he'll come in as like a guest analyst on the broadcast. Who knows?
I'd like to see that. I would like to see that.
So I bring some of this up because of Brooks's comments he made this week in regards to the Ryder Cup. Did you see any of those comments?
I have not. No. I get a lot
some
of
the
updates, so I don't know what the hell they are. I just cancel them all out because I don't read half of them.
So also, some of the comments that he made were on how much of a difficult, like a different challenge it is to play it. He's not really, he doesn't enjoy playing in the Ryder Cup. A lot of players don't enjoy it, but he goes on to say like a lot of negative things. And that can't be a really good confidence booster for like the rest of the team when your teammate is like saying this kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't really prefer playing. So a lot of people said that Brooks should have declined and put somebody else in his spot. Listen, I'm a huge Koepka fan. I love Koepka. I love his style of play. I love the things he says. I love his demeanor. I love everything about him. I don't care what people think about him. I love him. I think he's a great player. I think he needs to be on that team. But when you're trying to do like a team environment and you need that camaraderie and you need that type of positive against the Europeans, like, especially, with the likes of McIlroy and Poulter and Garcia and Rom and just everybody, right? You need that positivity to help carry your team. You can't be throwing out those kind of comments coming down.
Agreed.
Right? Because it's not good for the rest of the team, especially with the people that already hate him. They're just going to hate him more.
Right.
So I don't think it's a good look. I think it's a pretty shitty look on Brooks's part for coming out with those type of comments. The week before the Ryder Cup, like if he said it like last season or something like that, like a year ago, like nobody would remember it. People would bring it up, but like it would just be like water under the bridge. But like a week before, you guys tee off, and like it's just not good.
You don't want to be hearing that shit a week before you tee off.
No. I'm going to give you a sidebar on Brooks, though, because I saw this and I thought of you when I saw it. He had an interview with Golf Digest, right? And Jenna Sims was, his fiance, Jenna, right?
Yep.
They were sitting together. They were like getting questions asked and everything. Brooks got a question asked. How much money, or what was the most money you spent at Taco Bell? And I thought of you as soon as I got that question. I thought of you. So I want to know, what is the most money you have ever spent at Taco Bell?
So this was, back when I was playing softball.
Yeah.
And when Evan used to live over here in North Providence, I'm pretty sure you were there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't remember.
We were playing bear pong and all this shit. And
yeah. Okay. Throw out the number. Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, I do.
It was like $57, $60.
$57, $60.
It wasn't all for me. I mean, I probably did eat most of it, but
no, that's not the question. The question is, how much money have you spent at Taco Bell for yourself? I should have clarified that.
For myself?
Yep.
Probably $25, $30.
Brooks spent, the most he's ever spent was $80 on himself at Taco Bell.
I mean, I don't know how you could eat all that, but
that's ridiculous, dude. Just the thought of it like made me sick to my stomach, like thinking about it. Like, oh my God, I haven't had Taco Bell in like 15 years.
I had it like the other day.
Yeah, that's why I thought of you, is because that's your go-to place. That's your favorite place to go to, especially when we used to go out to the bars at night back in the day. That would be your stop on the way home. $80. $80. And then he goes on to say that well, I order more because Jen is gonna have some food too, but Jen is not gonna be eating that much.
He must have had the shits for like a month.
Dude, made me sick to my stomach. It just made me absolutely sick to my stomach. I was like, damn.
So his good news for you, the Yankees just lost.
Ooh, sidebar, Yankees lost. That's great for the Red Sox as they gain a half a game against the Yankees. Huge.
They lost 3-2 in the 10th.
That's huge. That is definitely huge for them. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. I thought it was funny because I actually probably, if I had to put a number on how much I thought you spent, I probably would have said close to $50. But I guess I was way off on
that. I probably spent 40 at one time. I mean, did I eat all $40 worth? Probably not, because I was probably hammered. So
right,
I probably had like 3 tacos and passed out.
Oh man. Anyways, so listen, I'm pulling up this article, right? And I'm going to read it to you. I'm not sure if you saw. So what happened? Maybe you do know what happened to this. What happened last night? Why did the grounds crew at the Orioles game get thrown out of the game? Did you see that?
I did not see that. I have no clue.
I saw this, and Let me see. I'm pulling up the article. I'm trying to see what was going on. Fortunately, the crew they hit. They got hit showers and plenty of time. The Orioles, blah blah blah. Everyone from the grounds crew to the players to the broadcasters were left wondering why exactly the Guardians of the Diamond were sent packing. The crew had been perched behind the field's tarp. Blah blah blah. Yep. He says that he didn't eject the grounds crew, but they don't give any. He goes, I just didn't want them all behind the tarp, especially with the infield in. I don't even know what that means. I have zero clue what the umpire was even referring to in that situation.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. I don't really understand.
I have no clue what the umpire was thinking as to he didn't want them all behind because they were, obviously when they get behind the tarp, if they're getting behind the tarp because they're getting ready to go out and roll out the tarp because they're going to end up calling the game or calling the delay or whatever the case is.
Right.
In that instance.
I guess that cost them the game because then Gardner had fouled off 3 pitches.
It costed who the game?
Baltimore, because the Yankees ended up winning.
Oh yeah, 3-2, right?
Gardner fouled off 3 pitches before blooping a 2-run single that gave the Yankees the 4th win.
Oh, okay, all right. I just found it odd.
It was a catchable blooper too.
Oh, you were watching it?
Yeah, but I don't know why they got tossed. That's.
Yeah, I found it interesting. I was like, what is this all about? But yeah, well, interesting situation that unfolded there for sure.
Oh, there's a video of it.
I saw the video. Yeah, I did see the video. I definitely did. So yeah, what else? What other sports things did you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about any other sports things? Sports topics? Anything interesting?
Nothing interesting. Just looking forward.
No, not too much.
Nothing. Big week of baseball coming up, so I'll be glued to the baseball TV.
Yeah, so we get so as we talked about the other night before the NFL recap, we touched upon the playoffs a little bit. So now it's coming down to the wire. We got a week and a half left of the season.
Yep.
Right? Got 3 series, pretty much 3 or 4 series left for pretty much the majority of the teams. Very important. Toronto is very well in control. They control their own destiny. We're seeing for the Red Sox, Yankees.
Well,
so the Red Sox,
as it stood up until about a minute ago, they were all tied for the wild card spot.
Yeah, I know. No, that's why I said that the Red Sox gained a half a game. I don't know if you were listening. Probably not, because you were too focused on the Yankees being.
We got the losers. Yankees go. We got the Indians next. Texas.
Yep.
Boston, and finish with the last 6 games of the season are huge for the Yankees because they're against the Red Sox and Toronto.
Yeah, that's that is huge. So the last 6 games for the Yankees are going to be an extremely telling season for them to see where they're gonna end up, because that's their season right there. Their season rides on those games.
Well, yeah, their season rides on those games, but they still got to win the 6 prior to those 6.
No, listen, we talked every game counts going forward for between these 3 teams, but those are the most important because you're actually playing those teams that are in the hunt with you. And those are the 2 of the likely teams that are going to be above you, right? Obviously.
I don't know who Boston has the rest of the season.
So Boston has Baltimore 6 times, Yankees,
Mets.
Yep.
You got the Orioles.
Yep.
The Yankees, the Mets, and the Orioles.
Yep. And I think the Nationals too.
Nope.
No, okay. So we do end the season with the Orioles, right?
Oh, no. You end the season with the Nationals. Sorry, there's 3 games in October. You end the season with the Nationals.
Yep, I knew that. Yep, I knew that. Right. So the Red Sox definitely control their own destiny.
Yankees end the season with Tampa Bay. Ooh.
Ooh, wow. So Red Sox, Blue Jays, Rays. That is a tough schedule for the Yankees to try and make the playoffs. So Red Sox have the easiest schedule
Yeah,
out of
Yankees get
they.
the toughest schedule.
So the
See what
Red
Toronto's
Sox
got.
only play one team with a winning record, and that's the Yankees. The Orioles, Mets, and Nationals all have losing records.
Toronto's got the Twins,
Yep. Should be able to win
Tampa
that
Bay.
series.
They got the Twins,
Yep, they
Tampa
got-
Bay,
Yep.
the Twins again, the Yankees.
Wow.
And they finished the season with the Orioles. Those
Wow.
are three
So,
big games.
okay. So prediction: Red Sox and Blue Jays are going to be the wild card teams, basing that on the schedule.
I mean, Yankees control their own
Strength of
destiny. They got a little-
schedule: the Red Sox and the Blue Jays have a complete advantage over the Yankees. The Blue Jays and Red Sox both face only one team with a winning record.
Yankees got a tough schedule.
That's gonna be tough for them, man. That's gonna be tough for the Yankees. It's gonna be wild ride.
I don't think Aaron Boone's cut out for it, but
Well,
see.
I will say this. And I think you'll agree. If the Yankees don't make the playoffs, Aaron Boone will not be the manager.
I don't think Aaron Boone will be the manager, and I think Brian Cashman gets fired.
We'll talk about that another day because that's an interesting topic to talk about. We won't get into that right now. Let's see how the season plays out, and we'll talk about Cashman later. Fair? Is that fair?
Fair.
All right. So we're gonna say it's gonna be a wild ride for these three teams. Wild ride.
It's gonna. I mean, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. All right. Enough sports talk. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Okay. Got a lot of stuff to get off the chest. Okay. It's going to be uncomfortable. Well, it's going to be uncomfortable for people who are going to listen because.
I just got one thing to say.
Go ahead, say it.
These fucking morons that are driving around in their cars by themselves with nobody else in it. Do yourselves a favor. Stop wearing the fucking mask.
Sociopaths. I think they're sociopaths. I don't know what else to think. That is extremely the oddest thing I probably have ever seen.
Listen,
Anthony, the droplets are going to come in through the vents and through the ventilation system in the car. It's going to come in. It's going to do all kinds of stuff and then get into the car.
I saw a great meme. I mean, I've seen it like 17 times since everybody's been wearing masks.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, if a fart can sneak out of your boxer shorts through your jeans and stink in the air, what the hell do you think a mask is going to protect from going into your mouth and your nose?
Listen. Out of everything that I've seen with this whole thing, right? The people in the car completely blows my mind. Listen,
there was a girl this morning on the way to work, and I was driving up, and she was trying to come out and squeeze into the lane, and I was like, she looks kind of cute. And then I got a little closer, and I was like, she got a fucking mask on. I fucking sped up. Fuck you retard.
Listen, here's another good one, right? I didn't see it personally. Someone told me it. Okay.
Yep.
They saw a person with their mask on driving with in a convertible with the top down.
I saw a guy on a motorcycle driving with a mask on.
Oh yeah, the motorcycle. Oh yeah, the motorcycle ones. Kill.
There was a guy walking on Mineral Spring Avenue, walking with a mask on.
Anthony, so this is the fear that people have gotten instilled with them. They have they're being completely brainwashed.
If they're wearing a mask wherever the fuck they go in their cars by themselves, walking out on, they probably wear the mask in their own fucking house. If they're that fucking scared, do yourselves the favor and just dig your own hole and put yourself in it.
So listen, I found I saw a meme right, that said this, okay, for the people that wear the masks in the car, at home, by themselves, whatever, right?
Yep.
Do you lay in bed with a condom on in hopes that you're going to get laid?
Right. Yep. I've seen that. I have seen that. Yep. I have seen that. Yep.
Dude, my mind just gets blown. Okay. My mind just gets blown.
This fucking world is mad. And all these fucking
Dude.
idiots that listen to the idiot that's in charge are all his. They should all be fucking sent to outer space because that's what planet they're on.
All right, so listen, so more okay, so that was some good humor. I thought I actually thoroughly enjoyed that. I needed a good laugh. But the point of some of the things that I want to make and kind of get off my chest, I'm not sure if you saw some of the things that happened recently over the last couple of days.
There's a lot of shit that probably happened that I might have saw or might have not have seen.
Okay, so there's a few instances in particular that I've noticed. Okay, that's really upsetting. And if you don't think it's upsetting, and if you agree with what happened in these situations, then you are completely lost in this world, and you just have zero opinion here going forward. Okay,
Shoot.
There's a few. One of them is the video that was posted about the plane that got turned around and got emergency landed, right, for the mother and 2-year-old, because the 2-year-old was not wearing the mask properly and was suffering from an asthma attack. Okay. Yep. And the flight attendants told them that they needed to put the mask on properly. The mother was trying everything she could to take care of the 2-year-old. The child was suffering a bad asthma attack. The kid was crying. If you go watch that video, because it's kind of it's heartbreaking, right? And they were escorted off the plane by police, okay, when they landed. If you think that's
for a 2-year-old not wearing a mask,
for a 2-year-old not wearing a mask properly,
he was having an asthma attack,
and because he was having if you go watch that video, it's heartbreaking. I mean, the poor kid is crying, is struggling to breathe.
Oh,
and if you think if people think that that's acceptable and that's normal, there's something wrong with you, because that you literally have zero compassion for anybody. The mother was trying, and you listen, I totally get like the rules, whatever some of the rules are for you on a plane, all that kind of stuff.
According to the CDC, if you have asthma, you do not have to wear a mask.
Anthony, some of these rules don't apply to you're supposed to just follow them.
Fuck, I don't follow rules. When have you ever known me to follow rules? Do I ever follow rules?
If you're the flight attendant on that plane, and you're telling that person to get the mask on that child, and then the pilot actually turns around the plane and has police escort them off of the plane.
Yeah, that's
what
insane.
The frig is wrong with you?
The moron, the head ringleader of all the morons, said, with September 11th approaching and all this shit, you got to watch out for terrorists, and not just Taliban terrorists or shit like that. Yeah, he's talking about the people that are unvaxxed, don't want to wear masks. We're considered terrorists.
I mean, that's the feeling of a lot of people, right? A lot of people feel that way. So that brings me to my next point of another video that came out today. Okay. There was a male in the Target store. Okay. I'm sure this video has been viral all day. There's a male in the Target store harassing this woman. Now, I actually don't know if the woman had a mask on or didn't have a mask on. I think she did not have a mask on. Okay.
Yep.
And she was in Target, and this male was going up harassing her about putting her mask on, about and they're having an argument back and forth. And the guy that's wearing the mask looks like a creep, right? He has a sticker on that says, I'm vaccinated, right?
Oh, so
wearing his mask on. He's harassing her, saying it's a regulation for the store that you can't be in here. And all these people are like rallying behind this woman, right? And she was recording the video. Now, the point of my story is, right?
Daniel Jones, sorry to interrupt you, but Daniel Jones just ran like a fucking
I don't care about football. I don't care. I could care less. That's good for him. I could care less. Listen, back to the more important things, because forget about football. Okay. I want you to think about this. All those videos you've seen, right?
Yep.
When there's a person being harassed for not a mask or whatever it is, right? A lot of the times, right? And actually, I watched somebody make this comment. I watched somebody make this comment, right? I want you to listen to this. A lot of the times it's a male approaching a female. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah.
A lot of the videos are a male approaching a female, harassing them for something that the person shouldn't be being harassed for. They shouldn't be harassed for that. But I want you to think about this. A male, most of them are creeps that are doing it, are harassing these females, right? Because if a male actually went up to another male and did the same exact thing, that dude knows why. That dude knows what would happen, and it wouldn't happen. That guy would have not gotten harassed.
Right.
So that's wrong. The story. That's wrong. But the point. Go ahead.
I'm sure I've told you this story. I was when the pandemic, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the flu, because that's all it is, happened. I was at Rite Aid, Walgreens, and I forgot my mask. I was in line cashing out, and there was a one of me cashing out. Had to stand on that little 6-foot line, or else I got yelled at. So I had to stand on the 6-foot line. And she turns around. She's got a mask on, fucking eyeglasses, sunglasses, the face shield. And she turns around. She goes, "Where's your mask?" I said, shit, sorry, I forgot it. I said, but I'm cashing out, so I'm on my way out. It's not a big deal. You're leaving. I'm leaving. No harm, no foul. Well, I don't feel safe. You need to get a mask. I said, nah, I'm pretty sure I'll be fine. You'll be fine. We're 6 feet apart. You got your shit on. I'm good. And there was a Walgreens worker standing to my left. I said, does it bother you that I don't have a mask on? I mean, I'll run out to the car and grab it if it bothers you that much, but I'm cashing out. He goes, no, you're fine. I said, cool, thanks. See, problem solved. Don't worry about it, man. She goes, well, I have cancer, so I don't feel safe. I said, well, let's start with that. Maybe you should stay home if you don't feel safe, if you have cancer, and not go out when there's a pandemic going on.
Did the person have?
And she goes, well, that's none of your business. She had her mask on, yeah.
Then she should feel protected then, right?
She goes, well, it's none of her business if I have to leave my house. I said, oh, so it's none of my business if you're out and you have cancer, but it's your business if I don't have a mask on and I'm cashing out in the store. Problem solved. Not my business that you have cancer. I don't give a shit. I got no mask on and that's it. Deal with it.
But if she had her mask on, she should feel safe then.
Apparently she didn't. Yeah, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. That's all she kept saying. I said, well, maybe you have cancer. You shouldn't leave your house when there's a virus going around.
That's where I struggle, man. That's really where I start to struggle. I start to struggle with when things like that are are happening because it's happening more and more and more and more because there's just division happening every single day, and it's just pulling and pulling and pulling everybody apart.
But they can go to that big event, whatever the hell it's called, the Met Gala, whatever the fuck it is. You see one person in there.
Hey, they're all dude, all sophisticated people. All sophisticated,
so they
man.
They
Come on.
They get exempt.
Yes, it knows. Listen, the virus knows that we're going to skip over the Met Gala and we're just going to go about it.
Did you see the video of that idiot? Hold on. Here it is. I'm going to play it.
What video is it? Well, you have copyright issues, so I don't really think you can play it.
No copyright issues. It's from TikTok. Hold on.
Yeah, but you can't repost stuff like that on YouTube and stuff.
Like Florida or the Gulf Coast or into Texas, a vital part of preparing for hurricane season is to get vaccinated now. Everything is more complicated if you're not vaccinated and a hurricane or natural disaster hits.
I did see that. I got no comment on that. I literally got no comment because I can't.
You're gonna be vaxxed.
Listen, the next big thing that's going to happen is climate change. That's going to be the next emergency or the next pandemic or something. It says the climate change. It's part of your health, and it's a huge issue.
They just need to get rid of this retard.
Listen, so I think there was one other video or one other thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to that.
Did that just go in and out?
What?
The podcast, like everything just stopped, went black, and then came back. We being watched.
Probably. I mean, maybe. Who knows? You might have sparked me. Hey, we might have sparked something. Who knows?
Well, I'm gonna moon them.
Yeah, no.
I'll put my ass and moon them and say, "Look, I got my mask on."
Listen. Washington Nationals. Okay. 2 Washington Nationals, 2 former members of the team, right, that refused the COVID vaccine are threatening legal action after losing their jobs. There's like an echo in the background, so
I'm 100% okay with that. It's probably be like a friggin' agent showing up in my doorstep.
Me too.
Saying, "Excuse me, you can't say that stuff."
That time it just went black. That time it just cut out.
Yeah, well, we're probably going to be escorted out of our house and say, "Excuse us, you can't talk like that." On
somebody might be coming knocking on my door saying I might be able to. I need a mask on. I might get you infected. I don't know.
Sorry, sir, I can't answer my door. I don't have my mask on. I'm not vaccinated, so you're gonna have to leave.
Listen. So that's where a lot of this is headed. A lot of that is headed towards the legal actions. People are going to lose their jobs. That's the point of what I'm saying is like that. It's division. It's being divided,
yep.
And it's one side to the other. And if you're not on this side, then you're wrong for being on this side. If you're on this side, you're wrong for being on that side. There's nothing being done to like actually like do any good, really. There really isn't. It's on both sides. No, to be honest, it really is on both sides.
They're basically saying you either get vaccinated or you just stay home.
Well, that's what they want you to do. They want you to do it because other countries are doing it. But like, what I don't get is, right. This is one of the things I don't get is when you look at like the statistics and the data, it's like it doesn't even exist.
Because it doesn't. All
No,
it is
no,
the
I'm talking about the
food,
data.
a
Like,
little
no,
more
I'm
moderate.
listen. I'm talking about the data. When you look at the data and the stats, it's like the data and the stats just don't even exist. It's like they just don't even want to pay attention to it. They could care less what it is.
I think we're being sensitive because it just blacked out again.
I didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't see it black out. It didn't black out on my end yet. I keep getting like an echo, like with I hear my voice in your background. You got to get like headphones. You're gonna have to get headphones and plug them into the microphone.
Nah, somebody's probably just tapping in and
No, it's like the echo. If you put headphones, it'll be a lot better, and then you won't get that echo.
I don't have an echo.
I want you to slow down and listen. I can hear myself echo in
That sounds like a you problem.
behind you. No, that's a you problem.
Well, I don't have
Anyways,
an echo on this end.
anyways, last one. This is the last one that came out today. Did you see? You probably didn't see this one too. There was a family in New York City. Okay.
Yep.
Black family going into a restaurant. The owner came up to them, asking them for their papers, or they needed to leave and they couldn't be served. Okay.
Yep.
So the family had religious exemption on the guy's sign. It talked about if you're exempt, then you don't have to worry about it. But the point is that this is in New York now, and that's where this is like headed. That's more segregation. That's more division. You're literally telling people that if you don't have this, you can't come into my establishment. You can't be served food. You can't be served this. You can't do that. The Bills just came out with the same thing, saying if you're not vaccinated, they abandoned the whole test thing. That was announced this week. The Bills, to go to a Bills game, you need to be vaccinated. It doesn't matter if you test negative. No, it doesn't even matter. Now, I want you to think about this, right?
Yep.
How much of that fan base do you think they're going to lose by not going to those games?
That stadium's probably going to be empty.
So, because the whole Bills Mafia thing, we know the whole thing. We know how their tailgate parties are. We know how wild they can get, how much fun they can have, right? They're going to lose a ton. They're going to lose a ton. And I said this to you a couple of weeks ago. When it starts affecting your dollar, your money, that's when things will change. That's when things will change.
Well, I mean, they should realize that it already affected their pockets before last year specifically because there was no fans allowed. So they had no income other than sponsors, and
a lot of that was the NFL's rule. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that was the NFL's rule.
Did you see what the NBA said?
Good for the NBA. I can't believe that the NBA actually went in the opposite direction.
Yep.
Good for them. Good for them. They leave it to their choice of their personnel to do what they feel is best for themselves.
Yep.
Right?
That's how it should be.
But listen, just like in this instance, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they can get you to do all this, and they can get you to comply, do whatever, and people don't want to hear this, and quite frankly, I really don't care if people want to hear it or not. Okay, but if they can get you to do that, what else can they make you do?
Anything.
They can get you to do anything.
Wear a mask.
They'll get you to do anything.
Wear a mask around your family. Wear a mask inside your house. Wear a mask inside your car. Go get vaccinated. Still wear a mask. Well, what the fuck's the point? I got vaccinated, so why do I got to wear a mask? I'm not vaccinated. Why do I got to wear a mask? I don't give a shit. Fuck your virus.
Listen,
fuck your mask. Fuck them.
I said this, I think, on a tweet. I tweeted it out, right? If you were if they were a salesman, if they were in sales and they were trying to get you to buy in and do what you needed, what they felt you needed to do and everything, they would be broke as salesmen.
They're doing a
because whatever pitch that they're going with, it ain't working.
They're doing a piss poor job.
It ain't working. Okay. And it should be up to the person's discretion of what they feel is the right thing for them to do. Because people don't want to go and redo their own research and try and look. People think that like, oh, you saw this on Facebook, you saw this on Twitter, you saw this on this, so it ain't true. Well, I mean, that's not really the case. I mean, people, people would be questioning my intelligence if I was to go and do research and I was looking at real research. Like, I'm not going to go find Joe Schmo's, Facebook post or something, right? I actually do research. You're questioning my intelligence, right?
Right.
So if you actually go and do like your research on this whole situation, you would find, and you should be uncomfortable with doing something that you don't agree with, especially with a lot of different side effects and things that keep coming out every week. There's something new that's like coming out if you actually read into it.
Look at the vaccines themselves. The ones we shipped to China or whatever country, they got like 150 million of them got recalled.
I did see that. Yep. I did see that. A lot of them have, some people are having fertility issues, if you're to be pregnant, women menstruating, that having issues with that. There's a lot of different issues that you can find. And listen, some of the cases, I don't know what the number of the cases are off the top of my head, right? With different things like that. But like, if whatever the number is, it shouldn't matter if the number is 100 or 100,000 or a million.
Right.
I mean, we know things have side effects, but like, you should wait until you get more data on all those types of issues. Because they even said there's not enough data to make a full judgment on it, to make a full assessment.
And
on a lot of things.
With all these variants, that vaccine's only for COVID-19, not the fucking variant.
Yeah.
So, I'm still trying to wrap my head around why you got to get the vaccine when there's variants, and the variants are becoming more regular than getting a positive test of COVID-19.
Listen, the vaccine doesn't cure COVID.
No.
But people literally actually think it does. It doesn't. It's not how it works. And CDC's even come out with that information. They've come out with that information. Listen, like I said, I'm not like 100% against vaccines. If you want to get the vaccine, you go and get it. If you feel it's right for you, then you go get it. If you have health problems and it's going to help you and it's going to protect you from getting a severe case into hospitalization, go get it. Don't force me or anybody else in that matter that doesn't want to or isn't ready yet because of the things that they want to know more about it or the things that they're waiting for. Don't shove it in my face. Don't throw it down, put it down my throat.
How long's the flu vaccine been out for?
I have no idea. I know I've only gotten a flu shot, I think, once.
I have never gotten a flu shot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hear you, man.
I don't get sick, so there's no need for me to go and get a shot.
I hear you. But listen, the majority, the biggest thing that against on this about this part of our conversation is the issues with these videos that people are being harassed and everything. It's completely wrong. And if you as a person, as a human being, can't see that it is wrong, and you can't seem to wrap your head around that kind of stuff, then there's something wrong with you.
So, trust, there's something wrong with it. But people will say, well, that they're not wearing their mask, so I don't feel safe. So something needs to be done. And those people are the people that are the problem.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that are the problem. And it can go both ways. But that's just how I feel. That's where I'm. Hey, well, listen. The one thing I do, and you can agree with me, you can not agree with me, is I have my faith. I put my faith in the Lord, and that's who protects me. And if more people thought like that, it would be a different world.
Here's a question for you.
This is it, right? See this? I got this shirt. Do you see this? Look. See, I got this shirt.
What?
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Faith over fear. Faith over fear.
Yep.
Okay. If more people thought like that in this world, we'd be in a lot of different situation. Go ahead.
Does Noah have to wear a mask in school?
Yep. Paisley too.
Are you kidding me?
Nope, I'm not. The governor is going to reconvene on the 30th. The governor is going to reconvene on the 30th to make a decision as to where they're going to go forward. I'm going to make my point to go to the next PTA meeting though.
I mean, I would, because if you look, there's all these videos of parents going to these meetings and whatnot and saying
the data doesn't support it, Anthony. The data does not support the kids. Yeah.
So why are there masks in school? It's wrong.
It's control. People don't want to hear that too. So, like I said, I don't care if people agree or don't agree. That's my opinion. Move along if you don't agree.
But you talk to all these people, and they half of them agree with what we're saying, or most of them agree with whatever we're saying, but nobody stands up and does anything about it. They just fucking follow the rules. Like, no, fuck you. Stand up for it.
That's my point. So, did you see what I posted the other day?
I did not.
All right, I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna share it. Huh?
On where?
I posted it in my story on Instagram. But it's okay. I'm gonna read it to you. Ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
The freedoms you surrender today are the freedoms your grandchildren will never know existed.
Yep.
And that's the truth. That's the truth. You slowly getting ripped away from everything that your rights that you believe in. You're just everybody's just slowly getting it ripped away little by little by little. And if you believe in something, you should stand up and fight for it, whether you're the only one or if you have a whole crowd behind you. Because if you don't fight,
nobody. The screen went black again.
I said, if you believe in something, you should fight for it, whether you're the only person or if there's a crowd behind you. Because if you don't fight for it, nobody's going to fight for it.
Yep. 100%.
So we'll leave it on that.
Hold on, I gotta see if I got it here. I know I saved it. Where is it? Son of a bitch. Maybe I didn't save it.
Okay. Well, it's all right. I wanted to get some of that off my chest. I haven't been very vocal about it, so I felt the need I needed to, because the videos that I see are just completely wrong, and that type of shit shouldn't be happening. That type of shit shouldn't be happening. As I said, whether you agree with the person or you don't agree with the person, you have zero right to go and freaking harass people. You have zero right to do something to like that to a child. You have zero right to do anything like that. Zero.
I agree.
And if you can't see it, not you, I'm talking about people in particular. If people can't see that, then we're broken as a society. We're completely broken as a society.
With me, I stand.
Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. You got anything else?
I'm just trying to find it. Hold on.
I don't got time for you to go look for it for 20 minutes. Are you still there?
Yeah. Eric,
Train the people only to consume. Step 2, infiltrate adults with the news. Step 3, indoctrinate the children through the schools and the music and the apps on the phones that they use. Step 4, separate the right from the left. Step 5, separate the white from the black. Step 6, separate the rich from the poor. Use religion and equality to separate them more. Step 7, fabricate a problem, made a lie. Step 8, put it on the news every night. Step 9, when people start to fight and divide, take control. This is called situation. Step 1, train the people only.
Yeah, you should send that to me. I want to see it.
That keeps playing all over TikTok and Instagram Reels and all that.
Yeah, Leanne sent me me and Vanessa a link to a rapper who was rapping about it too. It might be the same guy. I have to look, but send me that link, because it's all 100. It's 100% true. So,
Yep.
Anyways, that's all I got. That's it. I'm done. That's all I got for tonight. I went on more than I wanted to.
Did you see? One more. Did you see the son bitch? The one with that dumb ass from the Senate or whatever the hell she is, with the dress she wore.
I did see that. Listen, you just feed it into her. You're just giving her more.
No,
listen.
There's a good one. Hold on, I'll show you.
Her dress looked like a Chick-fil-A bag.
Yeah. But there's one that really does it.
See it? I do see it, but it doesn't quite fit what like it was. The Chick-fil-A bag makes more sense. But
it definitely looked like a Chick-fil-A bag. It was hysterical.
Listen, I real quick, I saw an article the other day about AOC, and she actually makes shirts that say tax the rich, right? So
yep.
She's, in a sense, it's smart, because she's making a killing off of those shirts, because she's making money off of it. And the more we talk about her, the more we feed into her, the more popularity she gets. And that's why she's always on the television. That's why she's always being promoted. There's reasons why. There's reasons why. I mean, we're just feeding into it.
I mean, you don't wear a dress like that to a rich people.
Listen, there was a whole bunch. Ticket costed $30,000 and all this. The dress was this much. The shoes, everything, whatever.
She was a guest and everything was given to her. She didn't pay for
That's
anything.
not what the report said. That's not what I saw.
No, that's what she said. There was a big Facebook post. I read it about an
Oh,
hour
yeah, no,
ago.
she was invited,
She was
but
like,
that doesn't
"I
mean that
did
they
not-"
gave her the ticket for free.
She said, "I did not purchase the ticket. I was a guest. I was invited. There were anything I had on. I did not pay for nothing."
So then those were gifts. Gifts. I thought politicians
Yes.
don't take. I thought politicians don't take bribes.
The guy that's running this country is the biggest bribe.
I don't know. You keep cutting out. I don't know. I can't hear you. You keep cutting out.
Take her around.
Yeah, you keep cutting out. I can't. I didn't catch any of that. We got to get you a new laptop. We got to get you a new webcam. We got to get you a whole new setup. The computer can't keep up with the speed. That's why you keep getting cut in. We got to upgrade you.
Computer's fine.
Well,
My end's fine.
We're gonna upgrade you. No, I mean you might think your end is fine, but it's not. We'll upgrade you.
That's fine.
We got you with the
end.
microphone. We got you with the microphone. You're getting better sound. We got to get you some headphones so you can plug in. It'll be a lot better. We'll get you the whole setup. We'll get you all going.
I don't need headphones.
You do. Trust me. It works a lot better. The sound echoes downstairs. If you come on my end and you listen to when I talk, sometimes you'll hear the echo. You can't hear it. You can't hear it.
My speakers are fine. There's nothing, no echo here, nothing.
No. So listen, the headphones, if I was to take my headphones off, right? And just let you talk and the sound comes through the computer speakers, it's going to come through the speakers, right?
Yep.
And it's going to transmit to the microphone that's sitting right in front of me. And then it's going to echo back. That's what it's doing.
Yep.
The sound is coming through your computer and it's echoing from the microphone that's next to you. So that's what the headphones are for. So that way the sound doesn't bounce into the microphone and creates that echo effect.
I don't have the microphone anywhere near the computer.
Trust Anthony. I want you to just trust me. It's simple logic. It's very simple to understand. All right. We'll get you all set up though. Don't worry. We'll figure something out. All right.
Yep.
Anyways, that's it. Listen, I'm done. That's it for tonight. I'm done. I'm going to make a plug real quick. I haven't invited you on the show yet, but we have on Sunday mornings, I drop the Third and Long Pick Six show. That's NFL picks for your gambling habits that you want to go and do. See, there's like an echo. It pisses me off, man. 4-2 last week on 4. No, I usually pre-record. I pre-record it.
I'll be slow.
I pre-record it, and but I was 4-2, so winning week. Don't forget to tune in for week 2. I usually drop it at 8:30 in the morning. Like I said, I usually do like a pre-recording a day or two before. So don't forget to tune into that show. It's cool. It's quick NFL breakdown, usually about 10-15 minutes. I don't spend a lot of time on it. So go follow that. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube. Follow him on Twitter with his non-tweets that we're going to change. We're going to shape him. We're going to get him. We're going to mold you, okay? We're going to mold you, and we'll get you going on this, okay? Yeah, you are unmoldable. You are extremely unmoldable. All right. I will talk to you later. This was the Just Saying podcast. This was a lot of fun again. Glad I got some stuff off my chest, so feel better on that. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You as well.
And I'll talk to you.
You got it.
All right, later.
Later.